Thank you for visiting Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah, and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the first week of June, June 1st through the 7th. I have already meditated on the cards. I have shuffled them, and this is what the spread is for the sign of Sagittarius. Please remember that this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please only take parts that do resonate and leave the rest behind. And of course, in the past position for the sign of a Sagittarius, we have 9 of Cups and the 7 of Swords in the clarifying position. Of course, the 9 of Cups means a wish fulfillment card. In the past position, it is generally believed that a person who looks back on things that have worked out for him in the past, others believe that this implies you have a little bit of a stagnating period in your life because this card appears in the past. For the 7 of Swords, of course, suggests that someone is maybe plotting behind your back. Maybe they're doing something behind your back to spite you. Maybe they're doing something behind your back to create conflict. This person in the card has 5 swords, and he's sneaking away, leaving the 2 swords behind. In the combination with the 9 of Cups, it may suggest that there are desires that will come true, but perhaps not in the way you want. For example, you want someone hired in your workplace, and they do hire someone new, but that person turns out to be somewhat sneaky or deceitful. Of course, in the challenging position, we have the 5 of Cups, which of course represents loss, because there are 3 cups that are spilt, and of course this person is so fixated on the loss that he does not see that there are 2 cups that are still full. And of course it is clarified by the 9 of Swords, which suggests that you have anxiety and you're unable to sleep. You're overthinking, you're overanalyzing perhaps about the loss that you've had. It may indicate failure in love. This combination may indicate failure in your work. It may indicate perhaps a sign that a depression is coming on. And of course, in the present position, we have the 9 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands is a card of a person who've worked very hard. He is kind of beat up a little bit, but he is almost at a completion. It suggests that you are so involved in the project. Maybe on a personal level, on a professional level. It suggests that you are working very hard, and things are somewhat stable. It suggests that also, due to this person kind of having a bandage on his head or whatnot, you may have a conflict at work. You may have been, like in this position, you may have been passed on a promotion or something, and so, you're working hard and you feel kind of exhausted. With the Ace of Pentacles, of course, the Ace symbolizes a beginning. It symbolizes an offering that is being given to you from the higher power, because they do recognize that you are, working very hard. the combination of these two cards may suggest that you are almost there. Don't give up. You're on the right track. You have completed and overcome most obstacles. You need to make a final stand to get to where you need to be to get what you want. Don't give up, because there is a material, there's someone that is supporting you materially, so you are receiving support, and things are going, somewhat stable. But in this card, this person is wondering, he's thinking, he's maybe a little bit confused. Am I ever going to get there? And the Ace of Cups is a reassurance, then yes. With one final push, you will get to the promised land. And then in the future outcome, we have the Queen of Cups and, of course, the Knight of Wands. The Queen of Cups is a energy of a nurturing person. She's very in tune with her emotional side. And of course, the Knight of Wands represents someone who is writing in. He is energetic. He is bringing news. And together, the combination of these two cards may suggest that you may be kind of hiding your emotions a little bit, because the Queen of Cups is nurturing and loving. She's in tune with her emotions. But, it could also be that you are fiery and passionate and energetic, and you're, trying to be someone to be perceived, like this queen sitting on a throne, trying to be someone that you perhaps are not. And of course, this can go both ways. There are men who can have feminine qualities, and there are women who can have masculine qualities, so this could apply to both. Let's see what the message from the universe is. I already meditated and shuffled that deck, so let's see what the message is. And it says, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. I think this card is a reminder to have faith, and it will lead you to where you need to be. This is a ancestor and angel card, and this first card represents your strength, and it says, Oracle, wait for important information. So do not make any decisions before you make that final this is page 54, before you make that final decision. And the explanation for this card is, be open and receptive to information, gather facts so that you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. Angels, ancestors, and the universe are speaking to you at this time. So look and listen for important conversations, signs, messages that will point you in the right direction. You're being guided to wait for more information before making any fast moves, because at the moment you're letting your wants get in the way of your needs. There is an opportunity for you to see everything clearly at this time, but you will only be able to do so if you're willing to truly open your eyes. If you have been waiting for further information about a choice you have to make or action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed be revealed. Then you will know what to do next. Angels are supporting you. Trust them. So this is your strength, and that is paying attention to signs, conversations, messages. You are astute. You pick up on things very quickly. And let's see what the message is from your heart. And the heart message to you is High Priestess, harness mystic power. And that is what it means: align with the light and focus on all things positive. You are a mystic with the capacity to connect with energies that go beyond the human senses. Within you is a force of magic that is directed by your will. There is an opportunity for you to rise up at this time, but it requires dedication and discipline. You are being guided to look at what you're working on or at the situation before you and determine where your priorities lie. So think about where you are. Think about your family, think about your work, think about your friends, and determine what is most important to you. If you are unable to figure that out, you must use your intuition and discernment to focus on what will bring you closer to your goal and the happiness of everyone involved. When this card arrives, it's also important for you to check in with your intuition, as well as it will give you guidance that will be important for your growth. So knowing what your priorities are, because usually you tend to invest much more time in things that are more important to you. And for example, like family, doing things at home usually is more meaningful to people. So invest time in home, maybe spruce it up a bit, change it up a bit, see if you can burn sage to clear out some of that negative energy, or not necessarily negative energy, but just clear out stuffy maybe emotions that need to go. Of course, you burn sage with everything closed, and then you release everything that you don't need when you open doors and windows and things like that. But focus on your priorities, focus on what is important to you, and when you're not sure, let your intuition sort of be the guide. And remember, sometimes making the wrong decision is okay rather than making no decision. So this third card and final card is what you need to work on. And you need to work on the Hermit, retreat and recharge. This is the first time I've actually received this card in a reading. Let's see. It says, take time to rest, recuperate in order to continue your growth. Benefit from the information that will come directly from your heart space. Part of, like, for example, meditation is resting your mind. One way you rest your mind is you sleep. That's why people say, in the morning your mind is clear, you know what to do. Meditation is forcing your mind to think about nothing, so that your brain gets a little bit of recharge. You have been working hard and giving your all to your current situation, and it may become draining and detrimental to your development unless you retreat and recharge your energies. So you're being guided to take a step back at this time. If you're working on bringing something together, your over-involvement could impede the process. So retreat and breathe. If you have something to say or do that you could have a larger impact on your life, spend some time in deep thought, even contemplation, before moving forward. Often, when we rush in, we don't see how destructive our actions can be. So meditate and listen to your soul's wisdom before proceeding further. I hope you enjoyed this reading today. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I also appreciate any and all comments you may leave, as I really appreciate feedback and I look forward to it. Thank you so much for visiting, and I will see you next time.